Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tag video, and I haven't done a tag and I don't even remember how long, like a question tag. And a lot of you guys asked me to do more videos to get to know me. I wanted to do something like this. I thought it was a really fun tag to do, and it's a little like risque, the topic, like the title of the tag, my first time, like that sounds like so scandalous, like scandalous, ooh. But that is not what this video is about, because that would be a little inappropriate and really weird to talk about, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I pulled up the questions, and no one specifically tagged me in this that I know of, but I'm going to be that person who just does it anyway because they want to just be included and just be part of the YouTube community. So let's just get started. The first question is, what was your first word? And before this video started, like I tried to like prepare myself and be like, all right, you're gonna know these questions. You're gonna have them bang, bang, boom. You can say them. You don't have to sit there and think about it and be like, So I tried to call my mom, and I'll insert that clip right here. Answer me now. Hey, Mom. What's up?
Just climbing a mountain.
Oh, just climbing a mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can't believe I got service up here.
Well, you are at the top of a mountain, so it's probably the best service.
Yeah.
Are you at the top yet?
Almost.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Quick question. Do you remember what my first word was?
Your first word?
Yeah. Do you remember?
What was that first word? It's probably dada.
Dada?
That's usually the easiest word for babies to say.
Okay. I'm just doing this thing for YouTube, and I needed to know, so I called you to find out.
It's either mama or dada.
Alright, so nothing exciting?
I don't know. I have to think. Unless you don't have time. That's all I can think of right now.
Alright, that's okay.
Okay.
Alright, well, have fun climbing the mountain.
Thanks. Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Only my parents would be climbing a mountain on a Saturday afternoon when I'm trying to figure out what my first word would be. So then, so obviously we don't know. We're gonna have to say mama or dada. So that's not exciting. I feel like all babies, like their first word is like dada. Like that's just like a human nature thing, I'm pretty sure. My first best friend, and I would have to say, her name was Crystal, and I don't think we were in the same, we rode the same bus together, and I just remember we always would hang out like after school. We did the whole Spice Girls thing, and we would always sit together on the bus. So she was my first best friend, and I really am not that close with anyone that I went to elementary school with because I moved away at the end of 3rd grade, the beginning of 4th grade, so I'm not like super close, but we are Facebook friends, so I don't even know if she knows that I make YouTube videos, but hey girl, if you're watching. Next question. First pet. My first pet. Oh, I wonder if I have a picture. I don't think I have a picture just because I'm not at my parents' house. If I was at my parents' house, then I would definitely have a picture, but my first pet, his name was Prince, and he was the sweetest dog ever. Like, my parents already had him before I was born, so like I had him like my whole first like 10 years of my life. I was with this dog. His name was Prince. He was a mutt. My parents got him from the Humane Society, and he was a German Shepherd mixed with a Great Dane, I believe. He was so adorable. He looked just like a German Shepherd, but he had like the brindle markings, which is just kind of like brown and lighter brown and kind of like that kind of splotchy stripes. But oh my god, he was so cute. He was the sweetest dog ever, and he was so smart, and me and my brother were just obsessed with him. And when he died, it was literally so sad. He had cancer, but he lived to be like 14, which is pretty old for that size of a dog. He was a big dog, but his name was Prince, and I will never ever ever forget him because he was like my brother. Next, first fear. Oh, my first fear. I would definitely have to say that I was afraid of guys with mustaches. And I know that's really weird, but like as a baby and like as a child, like I even remember it. I did not like any men who had facial hair. I had a bunch of uncles and family members who had facial hair, and I just remember hating them. Like if you had a mustache, if you had a beard, then I didn't like you, and that's the only thing that I didn't like. Like I did not want to be around any guy, family or not, if they had a mustache. Like, I don't know what it was something in my head, but I still don't like facial hair. Like, I don't know, like, to this day, like, I'm not a fan of facial hair. I just like my men clean shaven, and I don't know what that is, or if any other, like, girls ever experienced that, but, like, my first fear that I can remember is being afraid of guys with mustaches. Like, my godfather had a mustache, my uncle, I think my dad even tried to grow one at one point, and I don't think I was feeling that. So, facial hair on men was my first fear, and that's kind of weird, I know. Next, first person you texted today. Let's take a look, see. I don't really do all that much texting. Let's see. My first text that I sent today was to actually a group message. Hey girls. It was actually a group message to my friends Amber, Becca, Kelsey, and Natasha. We usually have a group message going on. But I sent them a picture of something, and I said, this is literally making me want to vom. It was just a really disgusting picture that I sent to my friends. So those are the first people I texted today. Next, my first car. My first car was good to me. My first car was a 1997 Saab 900S. And let me see if I can Google a picture and insert it right here so you can see. Like a goldish, silverish color, and I hated it. I did not want that car. My dad went out and got this car for me, and one of the main reasons I did not like it is because my older brother had the same exact car in the same exact color, except for his was older than mine, and I don't know, mine had like heated seats and like windshield wipers on the front lights. Like Saabs are like, they're nice cars and like keep their value, and at one point, like, me and my mom and my dad and my brother, we all drove Saabs because my dad is, like, crazy like that and just loves Saabs, I guess. Now they're out of business, I'm pretty sure, though. So that was my first car. I got into an accident within the first 6 months of having it. I brushed up alongside of, like, a tractor trailer, so right after I got my license, like, my car had a huge dent on the whole right side of the car. So thank God I made it out alive, but I drove around with that dent until I got a new car when I was almost 21 years old. So I wasn't big pimping at all. I had a nice Saab. Safe car though. Next, my first cell phone. Oh my gosh, I remember this so well. It was this teeny tiny, I think it was an LG. It literally was this big, like this big. Like it was so small. It was like this shape, like a U with the top, and it had a little circle on the front that told like what time it was and who was calling. And it was literally so small. It was a flip phone, and I was like the first of my friends to have a cell phone, and I don't even know why I wanted one because I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't call anyone. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was at the end of 8th grade for my 14th birthday. I got a really sweet flip phone. I think it was like an LG VX 9800 or something weird like that. But I had that phone for like 2 years and for like half of high school. My first date, I really don't know. I didn't have like an actual boyfriend that took me on a date until I was in 10th grade, and I think we all just like went to the movies. I think like me and my boyfriend at the time, it was my first boyfriend, well, my first real boyfriend. I had a boyfriend before that, but we dated for like literally a week. So that we didn't have time to go on a date in a week, and we couldn't drive. So my first date, I remember my mom, she had a minivan, and she took me and my boyfriend at the time and like his friend and his girlfriend and another friend and his girlfriend, and we all like went to the movies. I think we saw a scary movie. I have no idea though. And I just remember like my mom was like driving in the car and the radio was on, and T-Pain's I'm Sprung, not you got me. I remember that song was playing and I was just like sitting in the backseat like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like I was not even cute then, so I don't know. That was my first date that I remember. I don't really remember going on a lot of dates. Just because we lived in the middle of nowhere and there was nowhere to go on a date. Moving on, first kiss. Oh, I remember this. I remember this pretty well. My first kiss was with a guy named Andrew, and I remember I was in 9th grade, and I remember I had braces, and it was like after school, like I think we were like walking home from school because he like lived in town, and I think my cousin lived in town or something like that. We were like walking in the town, and like we went to like say goodbye, and I remember I had braces and I was just like, I could feel it. I was like, I had to like built it up so much in my head, and I was like, oh my god, first kiss, like, you know, this is gonna be like so exciting and like it's gonna be so great. It was not. Like I had braces, like just like tongue, like pushing each other's tongues, and it was just disgusting, all around disgusting. And I remember like after like we went our separate ways, I remember just being like, oh my god, like I'm so bad. Like what if he tells all his friends that I'm like a bad kisser? Like I have braces, this is so not fair. It was just all around terrible. So I was like in 9th grade, I was a freshman, so that was my first kiss. Not memorable in a good way though. And if your first kiss was like amazing, like Notebook style, then I don't know how you achieved that. You were very lucky. Next, my first love was my first boyfriend, Joey. There's not really much to say about that. Just young, puppy, high school love. I feel like that kind of love is way different than any kind of love that you have like when you're older. Just because you're such a different person. Like when you're in high school, like you're still like a little baby. And I feel like, not that I'm a completely different person, but I'm definitely so much more mature than I was in high school. So I feel like high school loves, I mean, sometimes they work out. Like, I mean, I know some people are high school sweethearts and nothing against that. But for me, I just know that I'm so glad that we didn't end up together. But he was my first love, and if you can call that love. But yeah, so he was my first love, Joey. Next, my first video on YouTube. And I want to quickly just take a look here. My first one, let's go all the way back. I've been on YouTube for a long time, people. I don't think you understand. Oh yes, the infamous. And this video actually has a lot of views. This video has 565,879 views. And that's kind of a lot. But here it is. I recorded it in December of 2009. And
hey guys, so I'm going to do a hair tutorial using my new
listen to me.
weaver from Revlon, and I already did this side for you. So if you want to learn how to do this, then just keep watching. So I just sectioned it into like 2 different sides of my head. So I already did this side.
Look at this little chick.
And I'm just gonna like
like,
my hair up.
I feel like I'm talking like I have a bubble in my throat.
Really quick because I can't find the clip at the moment.
Oh my goodness. So crazy. Back in my dorm room days. But yeah, my first video was wavy hair with a triple barrel with Christmas music playing in the background because, you know, it was December and I love Christmas music. I remember I had like a roommate and I was like doing it, like recording the video in my webcam, like, is she gonna like come in? Like, is she gonna come in? Like, cause we weren't even like friends. And I didn't tell anybody that I was on YouTube for like till 6 months after I was doing it. I was just like so like embarrassed, like, oh my god, I don't want anyone to watch me. Like, this is so strange. Like, no one can know about this. So I didn't tell anybody for the longest time. But that's okay. That's no big deal. Alright, so that was my first video on YouTube. The first person you subscribe to on YouTube. The first person that I ever subscribed to on YouTube was Miss Alba Mayo. And if you guys haven't heard of her, check her out. I know she doesn't really do many videos anymore, but she is like so gorgeous, and I loved her videos. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is gorgeous, and I want to do videos because of her. Like, she was the first person I ever watched. What was your first concert you went to? The first concert that I ever went to was Disturbed. I went in 6th grade with my cousin and my uncle. Her dad took us, and if you know anything about Disturbed, like, they are like kind of a hardcore band for a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds to be listening to. I just remember like looking back, I'm like, I can't believe I went to a Disturbed concert when I was 11 years old, like 12 years old. Like, that's crazy. Just because I know that there were so many drunk people or like people doing drugs, and like I was just like wearing like my all black shirt that said like Disturbed on it, and I was like head banging, like, yeah, down with the sickness, you know. Still listen to Disturbed like on Pandora and stuff. When I'm working out, I will put on Disturbed and just go hard in the gym. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to do a video response, oh my god, this video was 22 minutes. Not okay. Feel free to do this tag if you do YouTube videos, or if you don't do YouTube videos and you just want to do a response. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit more about me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.